Hey, it's the middle of July, the world's a giant dumpster fire, and people are trying to relax. But it's beautiful out here on my deck. I'm overlooking the lake. I've got my wife behind the camera. The only way I was able to do that is to open up this bottle of wine, the one we're going to review, 2017 Novelty Hill Chardonnay from Stillwater Creek Vineyards. Is it enough to calm the nerves? Stay tuned. Hey, this is Scott, and you have tuned into the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel, YouTube's primary channel for discussing Pacific Northwest wines and spirits, mostly whiskeys, but not exclusively. That being said, if you like this content, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and after you hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit the little bell icon. And when you hit the little bell icon, it's going to ask you all are personalized. Go ahead and click all. That way when I do upload these videos that you do like, that you are spending time to watch, and I do thank you for watching them, you are notified. So, as I said in my intro, 2020 is turning into a giant dumpster fire, and one of the ways people want to relax is they want to relax with a good wine. Well, this is a particular Chardonnay that I found a couple of months ago, and I didn't realize who was making it prior to me buying it, and I kind of fell in love with the Chardonnay. At first, it was a little bit off-putting, but I'm chalking that up to kind of an odd bottle. So I bought a couple bottles since then, and I've really enjoyed it. This Novelty Hill 2017 vintage out of Columbia Valley, and this is an estate-grown winery. Now, Novelty Hill, for those here in the Pacific Northwest, Novelty Hill is a mid-sized winery. The processing facility they share with Janik up in Woodinville, and I've never really had any of their wines before. But after having this one, I am looking forward to it. Now, according to their website, you can buy this wine for $23 a bottle. It is sold out though. I did find this at my local grocery store, my Hagen. I want to say it was less than $15 a bottle. I don't have a picture of the price tag like I thought I did, but I believe it is less than $15 a bottle. Anyways, is it worth the $15 a bottle? Let's go ahead and take a look at the color. Now, this is a deep straw color on this. I mean, it's an intense straw color. I know the lighting, it's getting a little evening out here, but you know what? That's okay. Let's go ahead and nose this thing. Now, right off the bat, I get a citrus note, almost like lemon peel. I'm getting an apple note, a yellow apple note, and I'm also getting a little bit of a mango, almost like a tropical fruit note. But the tropical fruit note is really kind of set off to the back. It's really just kind of an off note, I think. There's also kind of a creaminess to us, almost like a curd note that I get. Let's go ahead and have a sample, shall we? Okay, the flavors, the citrus note and the apple note really come through. That curd note is really turning into kind of a creamy, there's a slight vanilla note to it, a creamy, almost well, I guess curd really is the best way to describe it. But there's also a slight minerality, almost like Flint, that I'm getting on the palate as well. This is a medium to medium plus bodied wine. Tannins on this, it's a really very low tannic wine, but it's not low, it's more like medium minus. What I do like on this though is that there is a good amount of acidity. This is almost a medium to medium plus, more on the medium side, but a medium to medium plus acidity on this. This is a alcohol that, the alcohol content on this is at 13.5%. You don't even notice the alcohol on this at all. So, the last thing was the sweetness. This is not a very sweet wine. This is a off dry to dry. It sits in that area. Overall, I think with the flavors and everything else that I'm getting on this, for, like I said, I think I paid about $15 for this. I'm going to continue to buy this as long as I can get a hold of it. Now, normally I try to avoid wines that Wine Enthusiast has also rated. Now, I was looking on their website here, and I believe Wine Enthusiast gave this particular wine 91 points, which, to be honest with you, that's really good for, you know, a mid-size. Let me go ahead and see if I can find it here. A mid-size winery, small to mid-size winery. I don't know exactly how much wine they do produce, but I do know that from other people that I have talked to, this is the Novelty Hill Janik Winery does produce some really good quality red wines as well. So what am I going to rate it? On my scale, this is why I try not to rate wines that other people have already rated, because they gave it a 91. I'm going to give this a solid 90. I try not to do that just because I don't want the extra influence of Wine Enthusiast. But this is a really good quality Chardonnay. It's not as creamy as what I normally like, which was what I found in the Brown Family Estate review, and I'll go ahead and put a link to that review up there of that particular Chardonnay. But for the summertime, it's about 80 degrees out here on my deck. It's got enough acidity to keep it crisp, and there's enough of the vanilla note and the creamy curd note to give me well, for lack of a better phrase, the fizz. I like it. I'm stealing that from Wrangler, starting a whole nother video channel. But anyways, no, this is a really good wine. Have you guys had Novelty Hill Chardonnay before? Let me know down in the comments down below. Is there another Pacific Northwest Chardonnay that you guys want me to go ahead and review? I'm more than happy to go out, and if you say, Scott, this particular winery, I want you to go ahead and see if you can find this particular Chardonnay or this particular white wine or whatever it is out here in the Pacific Northwest, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can go ahead and make that happen. Let me know, have you had this? Please put that down in the comments down below. Other than that, it's a beautiful night out tonight. My wife is standing behind the camera with an empty wine glass. I have to fill it. As always, please drink responsibly. Life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. Cheers. There's a reason why her glass is empty.